In this video, we will look at how you can separate strings into individual elements. We'll start off looking at the language Python, and then move on to PowerShell, and finally C#. I've got a string of characters here at the top of my script. The characters represent a row of data, and as such, I've created a variable called str row of data. It's a string of data. Now, if I look at this as a human, I realize that I've got a first name, a last name, and an email address. But let's say that I want to work with the individual first name, last name, and email address components or elements of that string. To do that, I need to have the computer divide it into individual pieces, elements, so I can actually work with them. Now, you can identify an individual character in a string by indicating its index number. So the B in Bob would be 0, 1, 2, and then the comma would be fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on until we get to the @ symbol. The @ symbol will actually be the 16th character. If I right click and run the script, we'll see that the line 4 is actually printing out the @ symbol. Index numbers, there it is, the N for new line. The dash is there to make it look pretty, and the @ symbol there is printed out because that's the 16th character. There's a function in most languages that allow you to extract the numbers. You don't have to count it by just using the character you're looking for. In Python, it's called index. Give it the index, use the index function, give it the character you're looking for, it'll find the index number for you. And you can see it printed out 16. Also, other languages will have ways of extracting out parts of the string. In Python, you do so by just indicating the index you're working with square brackets. It'll automatically figure out what you're trying to accomplish. So, for example, if I go through and I use the @ symbol to looking for the @ symbol, and I put in the string of data I'm looking for, and I put in that number, I get back the @ symbol. However, if I go through and put in a colon there, let me save it and stop it. This time I get everything after the @ symbol. Now this actually is including the @ symbol. So if I want something a little bit less than that, like the gomail.com, what I want to do is I want to put the starting point one character forward. So you just get the email, not the @ symbol. The colon indicates the range of values you're trying to accomplish. If you don't put anything after the colon, what you'll get is everything to the end automatically. You could put a number in there, and like I could get everything up to the dot if I wanted. Here's another example of, instead of looking for the @ symbol, I'm going to look for the comma. And then I'm going to extract the data, the substring is going to start off with the 0th character, that would be the B in Bob, and go all the way until you find the comma, which would be Bob's first name. That's the 0th, and then you find the comma and give me everything before that. That's what this is doing. Another way that's common in programming languages is there's a function called split. You pretty much find it in every language you're going to come across. The split allows you to divide a string of data into individual components because it's such a common task to do. Once it's divided, then you can refer to each individual component by using an index number. Again, the index number starts off at 0. So in this case, the list of data I'm working with, the 0th element is the first name. The first element would be the last name, and the second element would be the email. Again, this is common in programming, and if we take a look at PowerShell, we'll see the same thing here. Got the same string of data. I've got the 16th element or character in that string. I've got the at symbol being looked up by not the index function, but the index of function. I've got the index of function being used to capture that value and then get out the substring. Let's go ahead and run this, and you'll see that it does exactly the same thing. So let me run it. So the first part, 16, prints out the at symbol. The index of defines the 16th character. The substring, when I ask for the substring and I don't indicate anything after that, it will automatically give me everything after, and actually including the at symbol. If I want to exclude the at symbol, I need to add +1 to get just gomail.com. And I can also use a comma separator. So it's not a colon, it's a comma separator in this language. In Python, it's colon. Starting off with the 0th character, go ahead and go till you find the comma. That gives me Bob. And there's a split function here. It looks a little bit different in syntax, but it's the same function, and it allows me to identify the individual elements by number. If I take a look at the language C#, we're going to find the same thing there. And you can expect, again, this in all kinds of languages that you're working with. Here's my string of data. Let me go ahead and run this real fast. Okay. Here's my string of data. Here's the now in this case, the 16th character is the at symbol, just like before. The index of is being used, just like in PowerShell. 16. I do have to actually, I can't just use console.writeLine and print out the number. I have to convert it to a string. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. Substring, same kind of thing. If I just give it the numeric value, I'm using the toString to convert it into something I can print. It'll go ahead and start from the at symbol and print out the whole thing till the end. If I want to exclude the at symbol, add +1. And if I want to extract data from the 0th member, I can start off at 0 and go to the end. So not colon like in Python, but comma like in PowerShell and in C#. And just like in both of those, there's a split function which allows me to extract the individual elements. So it's pretty easy to divide individual elements of a string into something that you can use for like columns of data. And it's easy because it's such a common task that there are tools that are part of almost every programming language you're going to come across. Hopefully you'll find that useful in your future when you're working with string data. Thanks for watching.